So my name is Jeremy De Leon. I'm a radiation oncologist at Genesis Care here at St Vincent's in Darlinghurst. The pancreas is an organ in the body. It's in the abdominal area near the stomach, near the small bowel. That organ is responsible for a lot of things for the body. It's responsible for producing enzymes which help us digest our food. It's also responsible for producing hormones which are important for our daily functions. Pancreatic cancer is when a cell in that pancreas unfortunately becomes uncontrolled and grows when it shouldn't grow. But unfortunately, it is a very aggressive cancer. When you hear that first word, you're not going to absorb anything afterwards. So what I like to do is, when I see someone, is have that first chat, but then organise a chat very quickly afterwards, be it a couple of days. For carers and families, it's important to be there for them because oftentimes the patient themselves is not going to recall a lot of that information. So having a support person there is really, really vital. And as a team, you can work out what questions do you feel you need to ask. It's also important to understand exactly what your cancer is, what the treatment involves, so you're well informed. The treatment options will depend on the stage of the pancreatic cancer. Is it localized in the pancreas? How big is it in the pancreas? Or has it spread to anywhere else? Any sort of decision regarding treatments made by a team, a multidisciplinary team. And in that team, there's a number of doctors. It would be radiation oncologists, surgeons, medical oncologists, radiologists and pathologists. So we all, as a team, look at the patient's history, look at their imaging and look at all the information we have to ultimately come up with the best management plan for that patient. Also important in these multidisciplinary teams is our allied health team, and they're very paramount to the patient's care.
My name's Pam. I live in the southern suburbs of Sydney. I'm retired, love to paint, spend time with my family, and it's 5 years since I was given the all clear from pancreatic cancer. I had a scan when I was in the hospital which told me I had tumours there, but it didn't really register to me that it could be anything sinister. Then they sent me to a specialist who told me that I had a tumour, it was very slow growing, not to worry about it. So I didn't, but then he referred me to an oncologist. It wasn't until it sunk in that he'd offered me palliative care and I decided to get a second opinion that it started to hit home that this was serious. I had to do something about it. I was a bit angry at first and I thought, well, why not me? Could be anybody. It's just the luck of the draw, and I was unlucky.
I think the important thing you need to ask are what are the options? What are all the options? So that they're aware. The next question they need to ask are what are the benefits and what are the side effects of each treatment? What can I expect to feel with each sort of treatment? And the third one is obviously some people want to know and not. What is the outcome of this treatment? What is my prognosis? And I think those are the three big questions that people ask.
I'm very lucky. I've got, obviously, Pete. I've got a fantastic sister who is pretty much my best friend. Every time I was in hospital, they would both come in every day. I knew what time it was because she'd be there as soon as visiting hours started. And then Pete would come in a bit later for the afternoon shift. Not all the boys came to see me in hospital. I don't think they liked seeing me like that. But two of them in particular would come in. Friends, I asked not to come in. I didn't want a pity party. But I had a lot of texts and phone calls. I just wanted to be normal. I just wanted to go out for dinner or, do whatever, whenever I wanted, but I couldn't.
Although pancreatic cancer in this journey is going to take up a lot of a patient's time, it's trying to find those times where you can do things which have nothing to do with your treatment, with this cancer, with anything like that. If you like going to cafes once a week, then keep going to cafes once a week. If you're planning on a drive away on a weekend, plan for a drive away on the weekend. It's sort of an opportunity to sort of step away from that part of life, that journey, and just enjoy, normal life, quote unquote.
I had too much to live for, so I didn't even consider giving up. As you guessed, I'm a little bit stubborn, but I've got my 4 boys. I've just seen one get married. I would have missed that. I've got life, I've got my painting, I've got my holidays, I've got Pete. Why would I give up? I'm tougher than I thought I was. I appreciate my family a lot more. I just like to be around them. I like to see them grow, achieve things. I like to achieve things myself. What have I got to lose? Give it a shot, you know. Whereas before, I would have thought, oh no, I couldn't do that. Now I think, stuff it, have a go. Why not?